Hutch Show on K-Praise, 1210 a.m., KPRZ. The Dr. Hutch. I'm Dr. J.L. Hutch, coming to you live here in sunny San Diego. Today is a very beautiful day, and our topic today is our third step, overcoming problems and family. Whoa. Last week we talked about setting a timeline. The week before we talked about identifying your goals, so what was important to you. It was a great show we had last week. I must have a time and a moment right now to give appreciation to the African American Council for last night. It was a great event, and Mr. Blevins and the at the Kuma Fest, the 15th annual Kuma Fest that's being held down at the Repertorio Theater down at the, as far as for the Urban Warriors, as far as this the last weekend of the Black History Month. And they having events today, and actually we had one last night and Sunday too. So if you get an opportunity to go down there and participate, it was great. We had a great time. Did you have a great time, Talia? Yes,
it was a wonderful time. And actually you were able to be honored as receiving the UJIMA Award, which was for
cooperative economics, as far as in regards to growing a business in the community and
bringing the community together as a whole.
Yes, and as far as through humanitarian efforts and generosity and sponsorship. So that was great.
Congratulations, Dr. Hutch.
Oh, thank you very much. I was shocked and pretty much most definitely appreciated the opportunity to be honored by this group, and looking forward to doing more things in the community. Sometimes we just do things because God has blessed us to do those things, and you don't expect anything when you first start out for anybody to recognize what you're doing, because you're just doing what the Lord puts on your heart to do. And that's the reward. And no, I'm sorry, Talia. My co-host, Talia, you want to say hello to San Diego?
Hello, San Diego.
All right. So we just had a great time, and Michael and Brandon was doing the filming, and Mr. Smith was my bodyguard. New bodyguard I hired, so it's good. He's a former Phoenix police officer, SWAT police, and San Diego. Yeah, so I'm glad to have him on board the team.
You took care of business, that's for sure.
Yeah, most definitely. So we had a great time. My partner Akiva Menifee and Patty and Hope, they all were there, and Antoine Carter, he was there. He was on our show last week. He came last night, and to show his support. So it was great. We had a great time. So, as that being said, what about some problems? Anybody out there got any problems? Everybody probably start to say yes. As far as this show is different, because out of all the 7 steps, this show and this step right here is the one that will make or break you. Serious. Overcoming problems in family. You say, well, Dr. Hutch, why do you take problems and mix it with family? Well, anytime you go to change your life, who is your biggest critics and who is your biggest supporters? Your family, because they have known you ever since you were born. They know what you can and cannot do. They pretty much have a projection, but it's a false projection, because they don't know what the ambition that you have in you. And they don't know what God's plan for you is, because they can't understand the vision that God has given you. See, we all have desires, but desire is nothing but ambition. That's what separates people. And in order for you to overcome your problems, there's a couple things you need to do, and we're going to be going through that. But I'm going to share this story with you. Back in 1991, me, Jose Vega, my friend, best friend and partner, and a guy named Saul, we were on our way up to Beverly Hills to shoot a television commercial. I did an infomercial when I was young. I would think I was like 21, 22 years old. So we going out there, and we're driving. I got a brand new car. I'm driving. Had the car in cruise control, and I'm from Cleveland, Ohio. And from Cleveland, Ohio, you usually drive you can drive some on the freeway, but not a lot on the freeway, just mostly on the road. So here in California, everywhere you need to go, you got to get on the freeway.
It's all freeways.
So, and then just to drive for a couple hours, you know me, I was the kind of person that if the wind hit me, I'd pretty much go fall asleep. You know, so we were driving up to Los Angeles, and I was tired. I was really tired, and he said we had to go up there and had to do it. So as we were driving, listen to Anita Baker, listen to some music. By the way, don't listen to Anita Baker if you're driving. So we were driving up there, and Jose fell asleep first, and then Saul, he fell asleep in the back. He was in the back, and as we drive, we were pretty much about an hour into our drive, a little over an hour, and just getting up to Westchester just before you get up to Los Angeles, and then I fell asleep. And the car was in cruise control, and we had just got up to where Los Angeles and Westchester meet. I mean, we're about to cross over, and the traffic actually stops most of the time, and all of a sudden I hear the scream, and my friend Saul leaned forward in between the seats and said, "Hey, who's driving?" And he was screaming, "Who is driving?" And Jose woke up. Then I woke up, and I looked, and I said, "Oh my God." And I slammed on the brakes, and we just almost hit somebody. We was going about 80 miles per hour in cruise control. My knees were steering the car. What a tragedy if that accident would have happened. The question was, who was driving? I fell asleep. Jose said that I had drool coming from my mouth because I fell asleep. And nobody knew how long I was asleep. The question to you today, who is driving in your life? What is driving you to be successful? What is driving you to complete God's destiny that He has for you? And right now, how long have you been asleep at the wheel of life, letting things take control and steer you to other directions? Is it a divorce? Is it a relationship? Is it something that has happened, a loss of a job, health problems? What has taken you off the road of success? And you are where you are today, and knowing that you could be better than you are right now. Because you have the ambition, you have the desire to be successful. You can be more than what you are. And you know that. And the people around you know that you can be better than what you are today. Problems will always be around. Is it the fear of taking the risk of getting hurt again? Is it problems that you're facing right now that causes you to paralyze yourself and not to go any further and take advantage of opportunities that God has for you? What is it that is stopping you right now? Let me share with you something. Health, we have no control over. We can take medication, we can try to prevent things, but once you get sick, you're sick. And once there's a death in the family, you cannot stop the pain. And once there's a divorce or a separation or a relationship that is not working out the way you want it to, pain will always be around. How do you maintain it? How do you have some type of control over that type of pain? You know? And when you have that problem that is in front of you, how can you deal with it? And we're going to cover that today. We're going to talk about how do you come over those things. How do you get to the next level? You said, well, Dr. Hutch, things didn't work out. My business, I lost it. My real estate, I'm in foreclosure. Things is not going the way I expected to. How do I make it? Dr. Hutch, tell me, how did you make it through cancer and going through a divorce at the same time? How did you make it when you grow in your business, when you were at a point, if you're going to make it or not? The turning point. Who was driving? And I'll tell you, I let the Lord drive. And when I let the Lord drive,